Oh, that's what I want to do. Oh, shit. Oh, 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 oh. Hi. Hi, everybody. Appreciate you for being here. All up in this bitch. I got Q May up in this month on this book. I got Mr. Frog Box. He's up in this bitch. We're going to talk about some shit today. All is well with me, May. All with me. Hope all is well with yourself. Appreciate you for being here. People, I'm going to tell y'all something. Brought this house last year, and I did a lot of work trying to get the backyard together. I cut down, I don't know why my man had hedges on the side of the garage, but I cut the hedges down last year, and they're trying to grow back. Now, who am I kidding? They're growing back. And I have done all that I could do. I got Adam up in this motherfucker. He's up in this motherfucker. And the hedges from where I cut, they grew back. And the chainsaw can't get but so far down to the dirt. So I'm gonna say this. I was using the wrong tool for the job at trying to accomplish the ultimate mission. So I had to go pull a storm breaker. Yesterday, I went and purchased a storm breaker. And as you can see the dirt residue on storm breaker, I brought this axe. I went there, and this is the splitter axe. This isn't the axe that you use. This is the axe that you use to split wood, but it was heavier because I go for weight. I'm slinging weight. This is the 8-pound axe. You have to have some strength to wield it. And I brought that axe, and I went and I started chopping at the stump of what was left, and it was like it was like crackers, and I'm just chopping it, and I'm like, where is it dead or is it? No, it's not dead. It's just that when you slinging an 8-pound axe at a tree root, the tree root don't got a chance. There's no resistance. But when I was using a chainsaw, that tree root was feeling itself. But I went and I just hit that mug one time, and pieces of the dang what was left on it flew off, and I'm just like, oh, it must have dried out because it was dead. No, it didn't. It was growing. So my mind had to put everything together. Finally, I came down to the conclusion it was the tool in which I was using that turned frustrated into fun. Turn frustrated into fun. Brace yourself. I'm on my bullshit today. One of the great individuals that I listen to amongst Colin Cowherd, Dave Ramsey, I even listen to the great Howard Stern. But I want to talk specifically about one Mr. Dave Ramsey this morning. Dave Ramsey says, adults do what's right, children does what feels good. Now, I talked about this shit over on Red Pill Fab. Y'all motherfuckers ain't over on Red Pill Fab, ain't you? You ain't over on Red Pill Fab. No, you ain't. You ain't over on Fab. Shut up. You ain't on Fab. Another story. But I'm going to tell you guys today why you have problems with the women that you have. If you can correlate what Dave, if you can really just stop and ponder on adults do what's right, children do what feels good. Let me take y'all back some 3, 4, 5 years ago, 6 years now. I'm trying to tell you, if you talk to a woman for over 5 minutes in a relationship, you get your head examined because they act childish. Now let me warp back into 2021. All right, now, what am I saying today? I'm not saying talk to them for over 5 minutes. I'm saying that if you talk to them for more than 45 seconds, you need to get your head examined, because it won't be long before you start talking to a woman that you realize you're talking to a child. I had an individual tell me, I watched you give everybody else a chance, but you didn't give me a chance. People, my last relationship, I was not transparent like I was in any other relationship. And guess what? The results were still the same. The results were still the same. Let me tell you something. If I was to talk to any woman that I've dated in the past, and they was to talk to a woman that I've dated this year, the woman in the past would be like, girl, when you do that sassy shit with Chris, be expected not to talk to him for about a week. And then the woman that I've tried to date recently would be like, nah, he don't do that. He ain't do that to me. What? Oh, he must love you, because Chris is the type of motherfucker that when you don't, he let you know it. Chris don't hold nothing back. What? You mean to tell me y'all got into it? You tried your sassy shit and he didn't just hang up on you? No, he didn't do that to me. Because you know what? I tried something different. But guess what? The results were still the same. You're going to get an individual that chooses to act like a child. Let us talk about one, Atia LaShawn Bradley. The problems with Atia LaShawn Bradley and myself is I had to constantly keep trying to get Atia LaShawn Bradley to understand, Atia, you're the woman of the house. There is no mother. You're it. Nope. It was, I'm a little fucking kid. I'm a little kid. It's hot as hell outside. I mean, cold as hell outside. I'm gonna go outside and leave the door open. Any other adult would be like, don't let the heat out. Not Atia LaShawn Bradley. It was like I was dealing with a grown ass kid. And I realized that becomes the sentiment. You ever notice that when you're talking to a woman, it's not until she get mad, she goes into a resume of other shit? You ever notice that? You ever notice that? How many of you travel down that same road every day, see that same cop? Sometimes, he caught you, not caught you, but you went past him doing a little over, and then one day the cop pulled you over. Do the cops sit down there and be like, I'm going to write you a ticket for last week, you was doing 5 miles over, and then last week, I think it was on the 8th, you was doing 2 miles over, and then they don't do that. They don't do that. It doesn't happen. You get into an argument with a woman, and the floodgate of all the other things come out. You know why? Because in order to talk about it in the time in which it happened, they got to be a woman. They can't talk in a woman's frame of mind. They can't. They can only talk when they're being a child, when it's time to pout, when it's time to be mad, when it's time to try to think you're going to be like, okay, baby, like their fucking daddy. They're looking for you to be like, oh, please, baby, don't be mad. Oh, daddy is going to be nice to you. That's the only time you can get to talk to them. Once again, I had to beg Atia LaShawn Bradley to try and get her to understand, but it was like talking to a child. Ain't that what they say? Truly. It was like talking to a child. It was like talking to a child. It was talking to a child. And you're trying to talk to a child and it's, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here's a woman. I'm trying to get her to understand. Atia LaShawn Bradley, you're a grown woman. You do know that, right? You do know you're a grown woman. Nope. Like talking to a fucking child. This is why a lot of you individuals, especially you fathers, once you have a baby with them, you will never ever talk to an adult woman again. You can hang that up. Hang that up. Hang that up. They move in with you. You have a kid with them. Anytime they secure the bag on something, that whatever you got, but prior to that, enhance that times a million. I promise you. I promise you. I got Chris Moss up in here. He says, you're my everything and I love you. Appreciate that. People, I speak facts. I'm here every morning at 11 a.m. If YouTube do not give you a notification, if Facebook don't want to, if Facebook is trying to put something up in my butthole, you can rest assured, if I'm not here at 11, 11:15, 11:30 at the latest, I do run late. Matter of fact, sometimes I haul ass late. But I'm here every day at 11. Tell a friend, share a video. People, I'm saying what needs to be said. You know, I'm saying what needs to be said. My fuck career is over. I'm just never gonna have a sex career because women hear me and it's like, oh yeah, well now you ain't getting no pussy. Women, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. If I was to be like everybody else, then, and everybody was like everybody else, then where does the word difference ever get any play? When does different gets its play? Why must I be a continuation of a style that is already out there? People, I'm gonna tell you something, and you need to listen to what I'm about to say. Let women dictate the relationship. Let women, when they decide they don't want to listen, you got to do that same. You got to do that same thing. When they decide that they want to deflect, you got to do the same thing. I realized something, that once you deflect with me, you can't ever ask me a question. You can't ask me a question. It's childish to think when I ask you a question, you're not going to answer it, but to think that when you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. That's childish to think that. But no, it's not. It's not childish because you're talking to a woman. And women don't see childish as a way not to be. It's a defense mechanism. That's what it is. Let me see if I can plug this thing up. It's at 92%. Why is it doing that? Okay, I don't know why I did that. My screen went dark. Allow this device, don't allow. I don't know why I did that. So, adults do what's right, children does what feels good. What exactly does that mean? My man Adam says children before teens are easier to talk to and deal with. Very, very well said. Children before teens. What he's saying is once they become a teenager, nope, it's done. Very well said. So what did Dave Ramsey mean when he said adults do what's right, children does what feels good? What did Dave Ramsey mean when he said that? What Dave Ramsey meant when he said adults do what's right, children does what feels good. I gave you an example earlier. It felt good when I was just terrorizing that tree stump, that tree stump with that axe. It felt good. It felt good. But to a humanitarian or somebody that loves flowers, live and let live, they'd be like, well, why are you doing that? Well, it's a tree. You just trim it. Oh. To me, to accomplish the mission, that felt good. I go to the gas station. I leave my car running. Somebody jumps in my car and take off. It's my car. I didn't say they can take off in my car. But to them, stealing my car feels good. Somebody breaks in your home. You find out who it is. You kill them. That feels good. Is it the right thing to do? No, but it feels good. To the individual that's lashing out, to the individuals that's executing the feels good, you must first understand that mental mind state. When you understand that mental mind state, you'll know that, damn, that feels good to you. Let's go back to Atia LaShawn Bradley. The destruction of family, a black family. This is what I can't get dumbass black women to understand. The destruction of family. Yet another family is being torn down by a woman's feel good. Yep, another black man is now fighting to try to hold his family together. That never gets noted. That feels good to the woman. All these things feel good. Now that child has a greater chance of becoming a stat. That child has a greater chance of going outside the home, looking for a father figure, turning her ass up to niggas on the street because she had no guidance, no male stability inside the home. See, these are all the things that dumbass women don't want to understand. Let me back that up. Say it again. These are all the things that dumbass women don't understand. But it's easier and it feels good to say, hey, I want to hate him, ignore his stats, ignore his curriculum, ignore the fact that women told him this. He didn't make this up on his own. Ignore all that. For the mere fact that he said it, it feels good to say, I don't like him and I'm in a relationship with him. So I'm going to open up an animosity account on him. And opening up an animosity account, that feels good. It feels good. Dropping the top on your car, having a wind flow through your hair feels good. Jumping out of a plane without a parachute and that same wind flowing through your hair isn't good. Same thing, two different circumstances. If you decide you want to act like a child, at least be talking to a child and y'all have something in common. But when you're talking to a fucking adult and it's time to be a fucking adult and you're in a fucking adult conversation, the mentality and mindset of a child, you need to abort that. Relationships went south because of it. And they will continue to do so. They will continue to do so. May I go left for a second? I used to want to be in a relationship. I used to want love. I don't want it now. If it comes, so be it. I don't want that now. My last perspective, it's just, if somebody would have told me that would have happened, I wouldn't have believed you. All of my friends was like, you didn't? Yeah, my married friend said, you're trying to get her to listen. You're trying to get her to simply understand something simple. I've been married 30 years. It ain't going to happen. And damn, everybody was right. And I was like, no, well, in the beginning, she said this. In the beginning, she said that. She said all this stuff in the beginning. And I'm getting, Chris, that's what they all say. Why is this phone doing that? So now I get it. I get it. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want. That's just thing they're going to say. They're all the same. All of them. The temperament in which they're going to get there is the difference. If you're dealing with a woman that has a streets perspective, if you're dealing with a woman that ever dealt with one street dude, she's a street chick. Know that. If she dealt with one street dude, I've never dealt with a street chick. I've never dealt with a fucking Shaquita. Never. I ain't got no, well, it was just one time. I never. When you dealt with a woman that dealt with a street dude for one day, if she cocked her legs open and it was a street dude, her receiving a dick from a street dude, she's a street chick. She believes the perspective of a street nigga. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I used to date a dude. He was a drug dealer. Leave him alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's a world that she belongs to. Send her back to the niggas that she love. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm going to tell you why. When I was a kid, at 52 years old now, when I was a kid, dating a drug dealer used to be like, shh, I'm dating a drug dealer. Now you're supposed to do that. Dating a thug was a woman putting up a whole fake ass facade about who this guy is. Now no, you're supposed to date a street nigga. And all these dumb perspectives. You look at a woman, you look at her pictures, and they're all street related. They're all streets perspective. You're looking at them and like, do you ever dress conservative? Nope. Oh, this is how you are. Send them back to the streets. Let the streets have them. If you're listening to me and you're getting offended by what I'm saying, you can look at my repertoire. I've never dated one. I found out individuals, when you're in a relationship with them for a while, you realize the perspective of what they think a relationship is. Listen, you fabricating problems in a relationship, get the fuck on. This happens because adults do what's right, but they have a childish mentality, and being that way feels good. There's a certain element that feels good about just being a rebel. There's a certain tingle that they get by being unrational. It just feels good to be opposing. It just, remember that child, you ever look at all the commercials when a parent speak and the child is opposing? When has it ever been a boy? Look back on all the commercials that you've seen and the parent said something and the kid opposed, the kid had something smart to say. When has it ever been a boy? When has it ever been a boy? It's just something that exists in women. They just want to be opposing. It just feels good to sit there in church with a guy with a suit on and look over at him and be like, I wish this dude had his pants off his ass. Oh, the last dude, I don't smell a stench of weed. Oh, when he get up, I don't see parts of his ass. Oh, this guy is boring. Oh, he talks stocks all day. Oh, he wants to build. Oh, no, I want to be on the rebel side. I want to eat out every day. I just want to mean. I want him to mean me. He don't mean me. He'll never mean me. Give me a second. What are you gonna do? Adam said, with the past couple of generations, most boys are being raised by moms in government and being programmed with what a man is. Very well said. Our children have little opportunity to overcome this propaganda. Very well said. Very well said. People, I would like to think that I'm a brick wall. I would like to think that when you running your bullshit on me and I say something to you, you be like, damn, this motherfucker want to kick. When I talk to people, people know this dude want to kick my ass. When they talk to me and they trying to throw me some bullshit, I talk to them in a way where like, yo, the fuck you think you're talking to? When I'm in a relationship, they say something and I oppose it. Then they give me a 5-minute speech and I say, yeah, well, I don't believe none of that. And they're like, all that I said and you said that? I didn't persuade you at all? No, it's bullshit and you know it. That's what Adam is talking about. That's what Adam is talking about right there. That's what Adam is talking about. That's what Adam is talking about. I appreciate that. I salute you. My man Adam says you're a beacon of hope. Appreciate that. That's why I say share my videos. Individuals need to listen to this. We are running around here acting like I said, I'm letting every woman I've ever tried to date. You go ahead. Oh, so this is what we doing now? This is what we doing now? Okay. Well, I'm going to do it to you. Because Atia LaShawn Bradley showed me they ain't and cannot accept one thing that they do to you. They can't accept it back. Not one. What's going on, Ruben? I see you. Frog said, like attracts. Don't pursue a woman who are not like your kind and a character and in mind. Very well said. Very well said. Very well said. What Adam said, I got to screenshot that because I got to post that. I got to post that. I got to post that shit. I like what Adam said. I'm going to post that on my social media. He said with the past couple of generations. Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. We can all run around and we can all live in the matrix. Excuse me. We can all assume that everything is all right, but you're living in the matrix. You can all this is how you can tell when you're in a relationship with a fucking dummy. They just living in this fantasy bullshit, and you're like, you know that's not how it is. They don't see it. They're living in a matrix. That's what they are. People, I'm gonna tell you something that I noticed. I got Sean P up in this motherfucker. Sean P says good morning. Give them that fire and brimstone. Oh, you best believe it, homie man person. Let me tell you something. If you're dealing with a woman and she ain't got seclusion, she's an introvert and got 50 million friends, leave her to her 50 million friends. My bro, I'm gonna reiterate something to y'all. My brother, I told y'all, he don't want nobody around him that ain't praising him. So he goes out and seeks society. He seeks that. You may think this is a one-off, but let me tell you just how personal that is. My brother, out of every child that was ever born in my generation, my brother's son is the only thug. The only one. I got cousins, they got kids, uncles, nobody. The Smith family, we produce leaders. The alpha gene hauls ass in my family. It don't run in my family. When you hear me speak, I can get up and my brother sit here and continue the same fire that I have. My brother that ain't like that, it takes him a little while to get to that. This brother that I'm talking about. His son is the only thug that was produced. Tattoos on the face, only one. And there isn't a motherfucker in my family. No uncles, no cousins kids. Nobody in 4 generations produced the thug. We're all leaders. We all sit there and be like, yo, that's your boy? Yeah, you better get him. I'm about to fuck him up. Everybody in my family is like that. My cousin, dude looked like the Incredible Hulk. And he carry a gun. Same thing. Pop smack, we fuck you up. Simple as that. My brother, the only one that seeks love from everybody. That's why me and him don't have a relationship. He don't go see my mom. Why is it that he is his child, my nephew? Why is my nephew the only thug in my family's generation? History. He's the only thug. You know why? Because he's not attached. My brother, he's not that home guy. Home is whatever, but he gets out in the street and now he's this, oh, yo, move, oh, shit, move. And we don't do that to him. We go around him and be like, yeah, man, whatever, man. He don't want that. He don't want that. And because of that, he got disattached from his family. And because he got disattached from his family that he lived with, his son came home to him every day, but didn't do nothing with his son. The streets was his influence. The guy that I moved down here with friends. He's the same way. He needs 50 million friends. He got 50 fucking million friends. Personal life, dude never fought for his kids. Fucked up relationship with his kids. Not by the way of the mother, just mothers didn't never had any resistance. You couldn't come get your daughters or nothing. It's just the way he was. But he got 50 million friends. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? When you're dealing with those, hey girl, when you're dealing with them people, their personal life is fucked up. Look at their home. When you deal with an introvert, their home is appealing. Their home is open. Their home is warm. Their home is accommodating. But when you're dealing with them individuals that insist on, when they go out in society, they got to look like $1 million and they got to have an image and this and all that and this and all that. And then when it comes to their personal functions, it's ass trash backwards. Just think about it. Think about it. My mom said to me, how long was you in your daughter's life? I said 11 and a half years. She said, how long did it take you to get what your father gave you? I said, I was about 6 and a half, 7 when I was running off of what dad taught us. She said, so at 7 years old, she said, your daughter had 4 more years. She said, your daughter gets it. You don't need to influence your daughter no more. You get it. And you was a way stronger influence than your father. Your daughter gets it. Your daughter knows. It's just her mother, but your daughter knows. You influenced. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. Society have a real fucked up way of bringing out the child in a lot of people. Individuals that fight it and be a father. The reason why you're failing is not because of what you're adding to it. It's because who you're giving it to. You're trying to give logic and family morals and values to a piece of shit. To a woman that insists on defaulting to being a fucking child. Individuals, the great Dave Ramsey said, adults do what's right, children does what feels good. Yeah. You know what feels good to a child? No authority, just throwing everything up in the air, throwing tantrums, just la da da, no responsibility. That feels good. You individuals, the Black community, what our women are showing us? That being a child is their default setting. You will not sit down at the table and have a conversation with them for over 45 seconds. Because once you talk, the child is out. I used to say for 5 minutes, I shaved 4 minutes and 15 seconds off that. Why? Because you're going to get it right off the bat. The only adult conversation a Black woman wants to have is nigga, motherfucking nigga, I did this for you. I did this for you because you ain't have shit. If they can't start the relationship off, if they can't start the conversation off with that, they can't be in a conversation. I did this. I did that. I spent this. I did. When they need that. They need that. All right. Anything other than that, you're going to end up like me. You're going to end up like me. All right. Don't end up like me. I got Miss Lydia Snowden, Sister Snowden, up in his piece. Let me raise the roof for Miss Snowden. I'm a roof raiser. Let me tell you something about Lydia Snowden. I like to talk about her while she's here. Talk about Miss Snowden while she's up in this bitch. Let me talk about Miss Snowden while she's up in here. I can talk about Black women all until the cows come home. Lydia Snowden and all the women in her family are exempt, especially her sisters anyway. Let me tell you something. You talk about a motherfucking rat pack. Yo, I was there to witness. I was there to witness the rat pack. There are a lot of women that talk shit, and then when shit hit the fan, they blow with they blow with the, you know when you turn the fan on low. There are women that talk shit and you turn the fan on low and they all blow away. Damn it, I don't even feel that. It will take a tsunami, Hurricane Katrina, and about 4 or 5 fucking hurricanes, the forces, to get a Lydia Snowden and family to budge an inch. They are true to that fuck you up shit. Yo, I ain't never seen a group of beautiful fucking women. I've never seen a group of beautiful women, voluptuous, just. But on the other hand, we'll go Shaquita on your ass in a minute. Yo, and ain't none of them got that type of name. They will go Shaquita on your fucking ass in a minute. You hear me? They will go Shaquita on your ass. And don't fuck with them while two of them are together. If you, I'm talking about just one. Yo, you had hell to deal with if it was two or more. It was like, what y'all thought I was talking about when they all was together? No, I was meant when just one of them. Shit. Y'all thought when I gave that example of Hurricane Katrina and all of them combined? No, that's just when one of them, you can't get that. Boy, let me tell you, truth in a woman. Let me tell you something. Lydia Snowden, somebody put their hands on her daughter. Let me tell y'all some shit. Somebody put their hands on Lydia Snowden's daughter. Let me tell y'all this shit while she here. This is what a woman does. This is why, see, I done seen examples of women. I done seen examples of, bitch, I will fuck you up when it was time. If Miss Snowden was in a relationship and she got mad at me, I would say I got to give you that. You know why? Because Lydia Snowden will be ready to tear off ass into anybody. Everybody caught the wrath. But since she was a woman, I have been in relationship with women that don't seem to know how to get mad at nobody else. Just like, God damn, can you get mad at this motherfucker for you said you wanted a cheeseburger. This motherfucker gave you a rat sandwich. It's a tail, a rat head, and you ain't getting mad? I mean, goddamn. I seen it. I appreciate that. Big Thinker says, speak the truth, bro. Appreciate that. Dude, teenagers put their hands on Lydia Snowden's daughter. Lydia Snowden said, no, we're going to do it like this. Get your ass in the car. They goes to the boy's house. The boy comes to the door. Normally, a sloppy ass, fake ass, tough person. You put your hands on my son. Fuck you up. I'll fuck you up. Fuck. No, Lydia Snowden ain't do that. The boy answers the door. Hey, how you doing? You, Jerry? Yeah, hey, Jerry, how you doing? Go get your mama. This is how you know when a motherfucker is real to their shit. Go get your mama, Jerry. Go get your mom. Tell your mom to come to the door. When mom comes to the door, then Lydia Snowden say, Jerry, check this out. Put your fucking hands on my daughter again. I'm going to put your ass in a casket right in front of mama. That's what adults do. That's just, I ain't putting it. Yes, you did. Dude was trying to talk, this and that. Put your fucking hands on my daughter again. I'm going to put your ass in a casket right in front of mama. She's right here. That's what she did. This ain't no makeup shit. I talked about this before. But you don't got a woman to do that, right? Oh, you got a woman that only talk to you when she get mad, right? You got a woman that all this shit happening to everybody else. Your woman ready to turn the other cheek, right? Yeah, I don't know women like that. See, I don't know if it's from a Jersey thing. I don't know, but I can't deal with a woman that just got somebody fucking with him and I'm just gonna turn the other cheek. I don't know. I haven't been around women like that. I even told y'all, Crystal Holman, when I was in a relationship with her, as fine as she was, don't talk. It's just something about the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area. I don't know. I'm just not used to wet back ass women that just allow people to fuck them over and they just sit down there, oh, I'm not gonna do nothing. No, that ain't where I'm from. That's just not where I'm from. You want to act like a child? You fucking with an adult today. Adults do what's right. Children does what feels good. And I bet Miss Lydia Snowden will tell you, oh, when I bounced, oh, that felt good. I like that. She says, I don't play about my lifelines. Miss Lydia Snowden, don't get offended when I say black women, because she was there with me. Miss Lydia Snowden was there every step of the way from day one when I had my daughter to the last day. She knows everything. She knows my fight. She knows the pain. She knows everything. Yes, she does. Great February said, Lydia Snowden sounds like a true writer. Oh, you best believe it. You best believe it. She's here. That's why she's here. She drops in on me and makes her presence known. And like I said, that's just her. You fuck around and catch her with one of her sisters. And y'all seen the picture of the Warriors when they killed Cyrus and they killed the thing, and the Warriors was all the way up in the Bronx, and they had to make it back to Coney Island, and the Warriors was fighting all these people, and then they caught him at the end. They caught him in Coney Island, and my man was like, "When we're near the water, we feel like we're home." And then the guy said, "Well, you're dead, all of you, and you know it." Well, if they did that movie about a real life Warriors, it'd be just Lydia and her sisters. And motherfucker would be like, "So the Warriors, it's only 2 people?" It's only 2 people? Yeah, the Warriors is only Lydia Snowden and her sister. They got past the Wild Bunch. They got past the Crazy Boys. They got past all them motherfuckers, and it's only 2 of them? Yeah. I've seen it. You can't program me with, when I witness shit like that, and then tell me, "Oh, this person ain't doing this person's supposed to do that, and they doing that, and they ain't did shit." And you're saying, "Oh, I'm gonna just give them a pass." It doesn't roll like that. I cannot accept that. I've seen different. Appreciate you guys for being here. People, I'm here every morning. I'm here every morning at 11 a.m. Appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate that. Miss Snowden said, "Yes, I do. And you fought a good fight." I did. And I'm not going to let it go in vain. But individuals will listen to me and don't give a fuck about the content in which I was given to talk this shit. So I appreciate that. I got to screenshot that because I want to be clear about something. And what I want to be clear about, what I'm going to say is, it takes individuals to be there to truly know, I guess. To truly know. But when you're trying to tell this individual, the people you're trying to date and other women, even my own mother, how do Lydia understand, but my mother don't? My mother got some shit to say to me. It is what it is. But once again, I'm just going to say, and I'm going to end it with this, man. Adults do what's right. Children do what feels good. People, this is why I live the life that I live. This is why I have the life that I have. It feels good to just, I was talking on the phone to dispatch last night, and they was like, "Hey, man, well, you can take some stuff down to Tar Hill and back. And now they understand that, what they tried to do. Here's what they was doing. Right quick. When you're dealing with a mega company, when you drive for a mega company is a trucking company with 300 trucks or more. If you're dealing with a mega company, you got around-the-clock dispatch, 50 dispatches per shift. So you can get this dispatch. So what happened is dispatch is sitting in there, and they'll calculate, okay, driver 185 is going to be free. As soon as you drop that load, I got 185, and they hit enter. I gave them a load first, and now you're like, well, who is this person? Who gave me this load? Where is all this coming from? I'm not used to that. I'm an introvert. I'm a one-on-one. I only want to deal with one dispatch, maybe 2, even 3, but I want to deal with only out of my main office. I'm not dealing with dispatches out of Clinton. I'm not dealing with dispatches out of Northeast. I'm not dealing with dispatches out of Tar Hill. I'm not trying to do that. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm too old for that. So guess what? We was playing a game of chicken. How long could he not do a load before he called and complained? Don't keep your line open waiting for me to call saying, "Hey, when I'm going to get a load." Nope. I changed my number. I just gave it to him today, Saturday. I just gave my number to him Wednesday. I changed my number back on the 25th of June. I just gave it to him Wednesday. But I'm looking inside the toolbox, and they're like, we're giving you a load. No, you're not. You ain't giving me shit. Now it's and dig this. I was expressing that to him. But they was on that arrogant shit. I mean, you know how it goes. And it was, nope, we're going to give you a load. We're going to keep you out there for 2 and 3 days. I'm a regional driver. You're not keeping me out on the fucking road for no 2 and 3 days. You ain't doing that. You're giving me, I'm going out, do my 10, reset, I'm coming back. I'm not doing over the road unless I'm literally over the road. Now it's, hey, man, we got a load. You can go down to Tar Heel and come right back. Hey, man, it's just go down to Tar Heel and come right back. It's the reason why they're saying that. See, people, I'm saying that to say this. When you don't accept nothing in the beginning, it's hard for them to give it to you in the middle and will ultimately be what you're telling them about in the end. People, I tell individuals, I don't accept negativity. I'm not negative. Then during a relationship where you act like I'm like that all the time. Well, in the beginning, you said you wasn't like that at all. I don't accept negativity at all. If you're negative, I would love you to death if you said, you know what, I'm going to rehab. But when you sat down there and you said, nope, I'm not like that. Nope, I'm not like that. Then in the end, I stayed adamant. I don't know about the other fuck boys you dealt with, but I stayed adamant. I said, this is how you were, and you said no. Now I'm saying, okay, it was nice knowing you. Well, I'm sorry I was like that. Oh, wait a minute. You said you wasn't like that. I guess it felt good just denying. But the right thing to do as an adult was to simply say, yep, because let me say this. I just was talking about Miss Snowden right here. I'm not the first person that told Miss Snowden about that. Miss Snowden knows how she is. She knows how her family is. Her family will fuck you up, really. I used to be around them and just be like, man, I feel like I'm part of the family. Let me tell you something. I would be around Lydia Snowden and her family and be like, man, I can shut my tough off. They got it. Facts, y'all. Hey, listen. I'm only kicking facts at 100%. I used to be the fake-herded nerd, whatever. I had to come back. And it feels good to be back. It really do. I appreciate that. Miss Snowden says, and you are. I do. So listen, man. Individuals reach out to me on Facebook.